There are lots of hobbies ranging from expensive hobbies up to lower hobbies. So it's only your turn to choose which kinds of hobbies you have to follow. But to my own understanding, simple hobbies that cost less amount of money helps you to achieve a lot, helps you to refresh your brain, and also helps you to save that little money which you're owning. So we are not going to waste a lot of time in this video. We are going to share some few low cost hobbies that might save you from engaging in high cost hobbies. So for example, if you are somebody who loves supporting football, you want to watch each and every football match between your team and the opponents, that means you'll have to be traveling with that team you support everywhere. Whenever they're going to face another team, you have to travel with them. So sometimes it will be at your own cost. That might turn out to be very expensive, and yet if you don't do any form of business alongside it, you're going to lose that money and that time just like that. So a hobby, to my understanding, should be something that you enjoy doing, and it shouldn't cost you a lot of time, and it should not also cost you a lot of money. And in most cases, hobbies mostly are done in our free time. That means if I was recording this kind of videos as a hobby, I must do it at that particular time when there is no any other heavy work that I'm supposed to do. That means it should simply be a hobby, not focused on just making money, but to make me feel great. A hobby is something that you do, you love, and you do it free of charge. So here are some few examples, kinds of hobbies that will cost you less amount of money to really get done with them. The number one is walking, okay, in your area around there. You can choose to walk in the evening hours, maybe after work, during the weekends, okay. You explore the areas around your community, you move and you make the feelings, okay. This doesn't need you to have lots of money. You can just try to put on your sports attires and start the walk right away. Late in the evening hours, you choose a direction, you choose a specific direction where you want to go to. You just take that slow walk, okay. It refreshes your brain, it refreshes your experiences, okay. It changes the way you feel about the world, okay. The second kind of low cost hobby is reading. You can grab a piece of new vision, you can grab a piece of book and read that book, okay. As a hobby, it will also help you in return to understand some few things from that book. It will also help you to acquire knowledge, and yet in most cases, doing reading as a hobby is free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything, unlike going to watch football, going to watch videos where you pay to watch, and yet you can read books extremely for free. And there are also libraries around developed urban centers where you can read books of your own choice for free. If you're a student, you can visit your school library and read books as a hobby in your free time when you're out from class, when you're out from lessons. This can be a very good kind of hobby that will never cost you any amount of money, especially with the young youths who do not have enough money. The next kind of hobby that costs less amount of money is journaling. Okay, journaling simply means picking a piece of paper and writing down whatever you are thinking in your mind, okay? And this helps a lot. It helps you to keep track of the ideas that are flowing in your mind. Once you put them down on a paper, you're going to be in a position to remember them, and you're going to be in a position to actually take action about this kind of idea. So journaling is a very good kind of hobby, and you just pick a piece of paper and write down your mind. The next kind of hobby that will cost you less amount of money is gardening, okay. Gardening simply means, let's say, liking to do some garden works. You can do this around your homestead, you can just do this at your veranda. You be so creative here. I can see lots of people try to cut the top of a barrel and fill it with soil, and then they plant some legumes, they plant some easier to grow crops in that area. They water it well, things like onions, things like tomatoes, and they raise it up as a hobby, and later on you can also earn from this. It's very simple. You can do it just on your compound, in your free time, in your evening hours when you're back from your work. Okay, this will cost you less amounts of money than focusing on those kinds of hobbies that will take you a lot of money, like going out, going to expensive hotels, going for matches, going for lots of things that will demand you to buy drinks, that will demand you to pay get fees, that will demand you to make lots of payments and take a lot of money from you. And yet, if you practice this simple kind of hobbies like gardening, you might be in position to earn in case the things you plant yield well. You can sell them, or you can eat them personally or with your family. The next kind of hobby that will take you less amount of money is photography. Okay, photography is a simple hobby that if you do in your free time, you are going to make a lot of money in return. People really love it so much when you capture their beautiful moments. Later, when you really become so confident with photography, you can begin to capture people's moments in their birthday parties, in their wedding parties, in their wedding ceremonies, and many more other beautiful moments of people, and you try to print it and make some earnings, a living out of that. So it's very easy to start photography. The fact that you're watching this video, you own a smartphone, and your smartphone has got a camera. You can just simply use the camera of your smartphone and begin to practice photography. Take different photos, try to edit them using free editing softwares, and just try to learn it like that. And you can also find out those who are doing well in this same kind of area of photography, and let them teach you how best it works and how best you can get the best out of it. This you can learn it from many more other people, and it's really easy, and it doesn't take a lot of your time, and it also doesn't take that much money from you. So you can start by taking photos of friends for free, edit it for them, and once they see value and they see quality, they're going to be in position to inform their other friends, and later on you will begin to get more clients, and you begin to turn it into business later. The next kind of hobby that will take less amounts of money from you is cooking or baking. You can choose to cook food on your own, or in your kitchen you can just choose to experiment it by your own. Many adult youths choose to ignore this habit of cooking food. Okay, in your free time, try to cook your favorite food and make it a habit. I think later you're going to learn and enjoy how to cook your own meals, and later it will save you from always eating from hotels, which is very expensive. If you're still alone, it's really a very good hobby to learn how to cook. Maybe if you're just too busy at your workplace, you can mean to eat from the hotels when you're busy, and when you're very free during weekends or after work in the evening hours, or in your off day, on your off duty days, you can choose to cook food for yourself as a hobby, and you will surely like it, and you won't spend a lot of it, and it will benefit you much more than spending on expensive hobbies. The next kind of hobby that will save you a lot of money, that will cost you less amount of money, is learning a new language. Okay, you can choose to do this as a hobby in your free time, reading books in that language which you want to learn, or you can download apps that can help you in learning that particular language that you want to learn. For the case of most of our local languages, you just need to grab a book or listen to those local languages on radios, or just try to engage with those local particular people. Try to use the language as much as you can, and if you do this as a hobby, in a long run you will end up learning a new language which will change your experiences. People really love it so much. when you speak to them in their own language. They love it and they can easily help you. So being linguistic is something better than wasting your time on expensive hobbies. The next kind of hobby that will cost you low amounts of money is drawing or sketching. When I was in school, I used really to feel great when I just choose in my free time to draw some sort of pictures. Maybe I remember one day I just chose to draw the picture of our school kitchen, and the way our fine art teacher appreciated me really empowered me and made me feel very, very great. He corrected me on some areas and it made me to feel good. So if you practice this habit of drawing, just choose something, put a stool there and draw it, put a hole, put something and draw something challenging and try to draw it. It makes your brain to become more creative, and it also makes your thinking to change, and it also makes you to begin imagining things and bringing them into reality. Drawing is really a very good hobby other than those expensive ones. If you're poor, you can choose one of these hobbies and take on them. The next kind of hobby that will take you a little amount of money is writing down a short stories of maybe your past experiences or something that you anticipate that might happen in future, or a lot of time just trying to write a story in your own style, in your own way, in your own experiences is a very good hobby that will save you a lot of money. The next kind of hobby that you're supposed to practice is bird watching. You can just go on top of a hill in the evening hours when you're free. You get a seat and you have to just view the nature, how the birds are playing in the air, how they are flying, how they are singing, and lots of things you get to watch, and it will refresh your brain, change your thinking, change your experiences. So the last hobby that will cost you less amount of money is playing instruments. Okay, you can choose to play keyboard in your free time. You can choose to play guitar in your free time. You can choose to play our local music instruments like drum and those lots of those instruments in your free time. One thing important with these playing instruments is that when you master them, you can really monetize them because not many people can play instruments. I see there are people who just practice their talents of playing keyboards, musics using keyboards, and people really like it, and you find they gain lots of followers, especially online. So instead of wasting your time on expensive hobbies that are going to take a lot of money from you, I think this might be better hobbies that can put your life a little better and help you to save a lot of money. And also, if you don't have money, you can also mean to count yourself amongst those who have hobbies by choosing this kind of low cost or even free hobbies. So on addition to all the hobbies that I have mentioned, you can also choose road run as one of your hobbies. You can choose to do this early in the morning, because early in the morning hours it's very cold that you can't easily get tired, or late in the evening that the sunshine is not that too hot. You can really choose to run a distance and sweat, and this will help to strengthen your muscles and also will help to build confidence in you. So please, the most important thing you have to remember about hobbies is that a hobby is supposed to bring joy and fulfillment to you. And if at all the hobby that you have taken is just sucking you and making you miserable, that means it's not a hobby, it's just a show off, or it's something that is going to drain you financially. You need to choose something that will give you fulfillment, that will give you joy, and that will give you happiness. So please, thank you so much for watching this video up to the end, and this has been Topthinkug for you right there. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do yourself a favor by subscribing to this channel so that you don't miss more of our videos that will be coming in future. Please like this video subscribe to this channel, and please turn on the notification bell right now, so that you be part of this channel and you don't miss any of our videos that will be coming in future. Please, I really appreciate you so much for spending all this time to watch this video up to the end, and please, may you stay blessed and may God bless you in each and everything that you do. I wish you the very best, and I will see you again in my next video.